Hey everyone, welcome to my 5-part free training, Lead Like a Goddess, 5 Pillars of a Simple and Aligned Business. I am Carol Ann DeSimony. My business is Align, Believe, Create on Purpose Coaching, and I'm the creator of the Goddess Way to Six Figures methodology, 5 Pillars to Success. Okay, all right. So just say hi, and I should be in the group recording, but I'm not. So I'm on my Align, Believe, Create Facebook group, but you'll get I'm sharing the replay. So anyway, I've got to figure that out. It's always something, right? But anyway, let's get on with the training. So today I'm starting off our 5-part free training with the what I feel is the most important aspect of your business, and that is your irresistible offer. So I've got some notes here so I don't forget everything. Let me find them. Okay, I'll just give it another minute for people to come on. And okay, so today we're talking about your irresistible offer. And I'm going to focus on 3 things today. And one is, what is an offer and what makes it irresistible? So I'm going to talk a lot about that, and we'll see how much time we have, because I do have my 10 ingredients of an irresistible offer that I can dive into, and I'll probably mention those as we go along. The second thing is the 3 beliefs that you must embody for your clients to love and want your irresistible offer. And then the third thing is the one thing that you really have to dial in and communicate clearly and with certainty about your offer. And then, as I mentioned, if we have time, I will go down the line with my 10 ingredients of an irresistible offer, but I'll be touching on them as we go along. So anyway, thanks for everybody who's here live, and I'm at the end of the training. Feel free to post any questions in chat, and I'll get to them at the end, or maybe as we go along. And I'll also open up the line at the end for some Q&A. So this is live coaching. Hey, Julie. Hey, Kat. Glad you're here. Okay, so just a reminder that I'll be going live every day this week. The times are going to vary slightly. So check the email. Tomorrow, I believe, is scheduled for 3 p.m. I'm trying to keep them as close to noon as possible, but due to some other commitments, I did have to change tomorrow, possibly Wednesday, possibly Thursday, but just verify that through the email, okay? And you will get the recording as well. Okay, so I'm Carol Ann DeSimony. As I mentioned, I work with spiritual coaches, healers, authors. I'm also a book coach. And I've really been in the game for a while, 16 years. So I've had a lot of different iterations of my business. I started out as a creative services agency doing marketing materials for small businesses locally. And my story is that I hit 6 figures my very first year without even realizing it. So it is possible, but you've got to have some things in place, and you've got to show up and be really good at what you do, right? I was a new kid on the block, and people knew me and they knew my work. And so, that's how it happened. And then I got so busy. We got through the recession. That 6-figure income was not consistent, but my mindset said, okay, this isn't affecting me. And I still did really, really well. Then I did so well that I decided to leverage my worth and start an online business. And I did that. And I was successful at that too. Now, I guess it's all your perception, but when I launched my online business, I did hit $5,000 in my very first month, which, not great, but because I had some things in place, I had an audience and I knew what I was doing. And, you know, I had great coaching. I had a mentor who really walked me through the process, that I did some things, and it was really, really good. I was so thrilled. And my program was the Sizzle system of personal branding. So I was a branding strategist. But then things got hairy, and you know, I don't want to get into the details. This is not about me, but I really kind of felt out of alignment with the branding work due to some other things. And I'm just going to say it was the universe course correcting my path. Okay. It always comes down to that. And I reset to zero. It took me about 3 years to really get clear. My entire new business was a download. The Goddess Way was a download. And oh, I'm so happy to see everybody here. And so, but it took me a good 3 years to really shift and get on the path to where I knew what my business was about, and really reflect and see what worked, what didn't. Because yeah, I'm one of those people who tried everything, online and offline, 2 different animals, right? So what I realized is that your offer, there is a path to 6 figures, and it can be simple. It's got to be aligned. If it's not aligned with who you are, if you're just in it because you think, oh, this is going to make me a lot of money, guess what? It probably won't. So alignment is the most important thing. And we're going to talk more about alignment tomorrow. That's my second pillar. But you've still got to have your offer. And I work with, like I said, spiritual entrepreneurs, coaches. I work with women who know your purpose, right? So I don't have a lot of people who are trying to figure things out. You might try to figure the business thing out, but you know what you're here to do and the results you get for your clients. So let's dive in. So first, what makes an offer irresistible? Well, first, let's define an offer. An offer is the invitation that you extend to your people to work with you. It's not your course. It's not your program. It's not your, you know, package of sessions. It's really the end result that you get. I mean, people aren't not that interested in the how at first. Of course, yes, they want to know the how, but they want to know what's in it for me always. So there are 3 elements that make your offer irresistible. So the offer can be any of those things, right? I'll be talking about my mastermind today and about my new 2-week offer that I'm just creating, but I'll use those as examples. And by the way, I am enrolling for the Goddess Way to 6 Figures Mastermind this week at founding member pricing with some really, really juicy bonuses. So just wanted to let you know that. So 3 things that make your offer irresistible. 1, it is designed to get your clients a very specific result in the most streamlined way possible. Okay, you're the one who can do that. The second element is that your clients want it, right? And if you're in business for a while, you pretty much know what works for you and what doesn't. And sometimes it takes a while to really dial in who your dream client is, but your irresistible offer is for them. And then 3, your messaging really is dialed in to communicate the outcome of your offer and who it's for and all those things. And we're going to be talking about that a little bit more tomorrow. So today I'm going to talk more about higher end offers. And if you want to type in the chat where you are in your business, this is very, very important, a very important thing that you should know about the clients that you're attracting to. So where are you in your business? Are you just starting out? Do you have an offer? If you have an offer, what is that offer? Is it a course? Is it a program? Is it coaching sessions? I mean, offers come in all different all different flavors, right? So I would love to know that. But today I'm going to talk more or less around high-end offers, because when you get to a certain level, you always want to have and some people call it a value stack, or I do call it a high-end offer. And this is just the offer that you want to enroll your clients in, because you know at that level, they're going to get the best results from you. So if you have a course, that could be an offer. But if it's a $97 course, it's probably not the most transformational work that you can provide, right? It's probably an entry level to get clients into your world, which is good. There's many different levels. So I'm going to be bringing it back to the higher level offer, because that's where your messaging really is important. That's where you're speaking to a very specific level of client. Okay. All right. So point 2, 3 beliefs that you must embody. 19 years. Wow, 19 years as a service provider. Switching now to offering my services as a mentor coaching program. Yes, I would say after 19 years, Linda, you're ready, right? And this is the thing. Like, I speak to leaders. That's why this is called Lead Like a Goddess. We are being called to lead. Now, if you're just starting out in your business, you've got to start somewhere, right? But if you've been in business for a while, you've been getting results for your clients, then you've got to position yourself as a leader. And we're going to talk about that more as we go along this week. So the 3 beliefs you must embody for your offer to be successful or irresistible. So first, you've got to really, really believe.
This package is out for delivery.
Okay, let's see. How can I mute? Like, oh, okay. Let me mute the lines if I can. Okay. Oh, mute all. Okay. All right. So what are your thoughts around your offer? Again, the first thing you need to do is really believe in your offer, that you're the one to deliver this offer, that it's going to get clients great results, and you can't waver. If you waver in your offer, if you're not certain about it, then your clients are going to sense that, right? So you have to believe in it first and foremost. And there's all different aspects, that we're addressing, and, but it does take a while to really embody, to really live into your offer. The second belief that you must hold is that your clients are going to get the results, and you believe in them unwaveringly. Now, Carol Ann, how can I believe my clients are going to get the results? Well, you've got to just trust that that's going to happen. Now, some clients won't do the work. You have no control over that. So we're talking about when you lay out the work, which is not, overwhelming to them, that when they follow your process, that they are going to get the results you promise. So I'm going to just bring it back to the Goddess Way to Six Figures Mastermind. My promise with this is that you will create a 6-figure business, right? You've got to do the work. You've got to get some things into place. I'm not making a promise that you're going to get there in 12 months. You very likely will get there in 12 months if you get some things in place. And I'm talking about, most of my clients are at 5 figures. They have clients, they know their process, they're entrepreneurs, they know the game, and they have to have some things in place to even join the mastermind. It's a real mastermind, not just a group program. So I believe in them wholeheartedly that they will get to six figures. It might not be 12 months. It might not be 24 months. It might be 36 months. But if they stay with the process, do what they need to do, because part of success a lot of times, and Linda, you might know this now because it happened to me, you've got to release the old and make space for the new. So sometimes that first year is, and I spent a lot of money in coaching just to really, when I reset to zero, to release the old and really create the new. So yes, my promise is that this is the process to create a six-figure business, depending on where you are. It might take you 1 year, it might take you 6 months, it might take you 3 years. Now, as far as masterminds go, I believe in continuity. When I work with a coach, I just finished working with my one coach, but I was with her for 2 years. My first coach I was with for 3 years. She taught me everything. And then during that time, I hired another coach that was more focused on marketing, and I was with her for 4 years. So I do believe in investing with somebody, finding a mentor and investing and staying with them until you achieve that goal, because it doesn't always happen in the first year. And I hear so many people say, oh, I hired this coach and she didn't pull through on her promise, blah, 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 blah. Well, where were you when you joined, right? You've got to always look at that. So that's belief number 2. I really do believe that my clients will get the results I promise. And then number 3 belief is you really have to believe in the value that you provide. And this has to do with your pricing. So, a lot of us are told, oh, you should have a high-end program, $25,000. Well, when I was creating my mastermind, that's what I was told. It should be a $25,000 program. Is it worth $25,000? I think it is, especially since I added in all the things that I'm doing now. But I just don't feel aligned with charging $25,000. So what did I do? When I launched it, I put it out there for $5,000. And guess what? I was not aligned with that $5,000 because I'm saying, Carol Ann, this is a mastermind. This is your highest transformational work. It should be more than that. But so I had to do a lot of work around that too. So I'll just tell you, it's still closer to $5,000 than it is to $25,000. So a mastermind does take a while to grow into as well. But you have to really be okay with your pricing, whatever you're charging, to really, because it held me back for a while. Really, I had to get coaching around charging $5,000 for my mastermind. Go figure. But so cheap isn't always better, right? So really figure that out. What is the value that you're offering? And also look at what are they used to paying with you too? Because your first clients in any new high-end program are probably going to be your current clients because they know you, they know your energy, right? So those are the 3 beliefs that you really should be thinking about, because it really does come back to your confidence and your belief in yourself to really deliver what your offer is about. Okay, so let's move on to point 3. The one thing you need to communicate with clarity and certainty, and that is the outcome of your offer. You don't have to talk about it's 10 sessions. We meet on Tuesdays. I mean, yeah, we'll talk about those later, but the most important thing that you need to dial in is the results you get for your clients, the transformation. And you need to really put that into all of your copy and all of your messaging. Position yourself as that person who gets that outcome. Now, your outcome might not be different than anyone else's, right? Like, yeah, everybody's teaching 6 figures, right? But I do it the goddess way with my 5 pillars. And yes, there are nuances within those 5 pillars, but people will be attracted to my energy. They'll be attracted to the simplicity and some of the methodologies that I incorporate, but I don't talk about them a lot. I talk about my outcome mostly. So that's really what you have to dial in, okay? The outcome, get very, very clear on that. And I'm going to just share a story. So when I did my branding work, now branding encompasses everything, right? Your visual identity, what you stand for, your message, your core brand message, positioning, everything, speaking. And I really focus more on the creative aspects, helping you with a signature talk, helping you create your signature system. And that's a topic for a whole other training. As a matter of fact, I have a course on that. But I also did laser coaching. And with my laser coach, this is when it first came out, with my laser coaching clients, a lot of them wanted to create a signature program around their coaching. And I would always give them homework. Now, when I gave them the task of getting very, very clear on the transformation or the outcome that they provide, guess what? I didn't hear from them. They got caught up in that. They couldn't really get clear on the real, true transformation that they provided for their clients. So I know that this is not something that's really easy to articulate. And that's what I'm really good at, articulating the invisible, right? Because when you're a spiritual entrepreneur, service-based, you're a coach, your clients are going to get results. But a lot of times it has to do with you supporting them, you helping them shift their mindset, revealing some things. It's not really anything tangible. So it's hard for you to put into words, right? So that really is something that you've got to do the work around. And this is one of the things I do in the mastermind because it is my gift. And I'm just going to throw this out there. When I started my mastermind, why did I start a mastermind? So why is the question you want to ask about everything, right? Why this, why that? You know, every new statement is going to present another why. Why did I create a mastermind? Well, back in my networking days, I was invited to a mastermind led by my dearly beloved friend who became a director of the year, Marilyn Kleinberg. She passed away right at the beginning of COVID, not of COVID. And it was powerful. I didn't even know anything like this existed. You mean I can be around high-level thinkers, high-level entrepreneurs just like me, and we can exchange ideas, blah, 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 blah. It was amazing. And then with another networking group that I was involved in, I actually hosted the masterminds at my house. I didn't run them. I just hosted them. And I attended about 3 with this particular group. And they were really pretty horrible. A lot of chatting, no empowerment. I mean, I remember one of the people there when she was in the spotlight, love seat, hot seat, whatever you want to call it, was talking about raising her rates. Her rates were so low. And one of the people running the mastermind discouraged her from doing that. I just, I had to zip my mouth shut because I'm like, how is this empowering? And then other people were coming without real, issues that they wanted to get solved. So anyway, so I kind of made the decision then that I was going to run a mastermind someday, and it was going to be a true, empowering, high-level mastermind. And I did it. I launched a mastermind. It was 90 days. I don't suggest launching a 90-day mastermind. And I, made some mistakes and it just didn't work out. So I learned a lesson there. And then I won a program, which was about developing a high-end program. And I'm like, this is the time, Carol Ann. So I already had a group, the Goddess Way Inner Circle, but now I'm really getting serious about my mastermind. That's how it came to be. I had a passion for masterminds for years. So why am I saying this? There always should be a reason for you to create your offer. And if I talk about the 10 ingredients of an irresistible offer, that first one is why, who is this offer for? But the second is, who am I to create this offer? Well, for me to create the Goddess Way to Six Figures Mastermind, my why, and why is one of these ingredients, my why had a big role in that. But that whole experience made me who I am, because way back when I attended that very first mastermind, I saw the power of being in a group of high level thinkers. You really are risen to the top of your game, right? So anyway, that's a little bit of background around the mastermind. So you really, when you create your offer, it should have some kind of reason for it. Now, maybe you just got certified in from a coaching organization, and you're out there and you developed a program, and you know that, oh gosh, somebody's calling me on Messenger. That's kind of weird. But anyway, so you have a reason for it, right? So let's just go down the 10 ingredients real quick. We do have a few minutes. So the first one is, again, I break it into 6 categories: who, what, when, where, why, and how, because I have a public relations background, which is very close to journalism, and it kind of helps me stay organized. So who, I mentioned that. Who is your offer for? And we're going to talk about this tomorrow. If you have a high-end offer, really start there. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to have lower end offers, but everything you want to lead to your highest transformational work, your deepest level soul work, right? And then number 2, who are you to make this offer? I just told you the story of my mastermind, and there's a lot of other elements in there too, because, you know, I've been leading groups for a long time too. So yeah, so I would be a good candidate to lead a mastermind. So who are you? And that has to do with your story, your experiences, that sort of thing. The next is category 2. What? Think about your client. Who is it your offer for? Well, what is the pain or the problem that they're experiencing that your offer is the solution for? You've got to get really, really, really clear on that. And I know as spiritual entrepreneurs, we don't like to talk a lot about the pain. There is a way to talk about the pain to make it sound juicy and inspiring. And that is ingredient 4. What is the promise? And in the promise, you paint a picture of possibility. Now, people will move away from pain quicker than they will move toward pleasure. But your promise in business, I mean, 6 figures is a promise. I'm not saying that, you know, it's going to be next month. That is a promise. If you are in the pain problem of stuck at 5 figures, trying everything, well, guess what? Release some of those things, get on the path to 6 figures. That's painting a picture of possibility, right? We're going to work less and get aligned with who you are, build a business around your purpose where you do your purpose work. That's a promise, right? That people want, rather than saying, oh, stuck at 5 figures, spinning on the hamster wheel, blah, 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 blah. You've got to say those things so people recognize that they're in the pain, but you don't need to focus on them. So the 5th ingredient is when. When do your clients need your offer? And the answer is always now, right? If you're talking to them, if you're promoting it, well, you want them to join now. So this has to do with urgency and scarcity. That is, so for example, I'm enrolling in the Goddess Way to Six Figures Mastermind at a huge savings of $2,500 through April 1st. And I've got a really, really juicy bonus to go along with that. 3 spots, that's scarcity, right? Urgency is same thing. Join now, we're moving into the second quarter. That's why I'm doing this training now. That's why I decided to start talking about my mastermind right now and add in some extra juicy bonuses, because second quarter is kind of a starting point to, I'm going to say, pillar 2, even though, you know, we're not going to leave pillar 1 behind, offers, because that's really where you're, you know, what I just said, the most important aspect of your business, but we're going to start talking more about messaging. So now is a great place, great time to join. So that's why I'm doing all this, because I want, you know, more members now. It just seems like a great starting point. So you always need to know that. And then where are your clients on their journey? Again, and I'm just using the mastermind because I could talk about, you know, a lot of different things, but to join this Goddess Way to Six Figures Mastermind, well, you need to be at a certain point in your journey. Like Linda, she's been in business for 19 years. She knows the game, right? She can come in and just get some, you know, clean some things up, get clear on some things, and she'd be on her way to 6 figures. Somebody else might not be, because maybe you don't have a large community. Maybe you don't have a lot of clients. However, you know the game, you've worked with clients, you know the result you get. So like I work with clients at different ends of the spectrum, and then we just kind of meet in the middle, right? So where are your clients on their journey? If you don't work with newbies, then you're not going to speak to newbies. We're going to talk more about this tomorrow, but this is why you need to know where. And so kudos to me. I just lost 5 pounds, but a weight loss program is a wonderful example of this. If you're a weight loss coach, because I had a client like this, she specialized in women who had 30 pounds to lose, not 100, not 5, but 30. So she was very clear on how she could get that result for a certain type of person, right? Somebody who's been trying everything and really does have 30 pounds to lose. So that's why it's important to really get clear on where that person is on the journey. And then we come to why. Why this offer? I just told you my why about the mastermind, right? Because I just love being in that energy of high level thinking and really everybody being on the same page. When you're in a course or a group program, a lot of times you already know the information. It's not customized. So while I do have courses, it's really the mastermind where I consider my highest level transformational program, even though I do have programs that are higher than that too. But my why is very clear to me, and I have to communicate that to my my prospects. Now, these 10 ingredients, I just want to make this clear. You don't talk about them all at the same time. It's a lot of information, but you need to be clear on it, because people are going to ask you, and you are going to talk about it, these 10 ingredients at different points, right? So you've always got to be ready. Okay, so let's move on to, I believe that was number 7. So your why, and you could ask why for every ingredient, and that's going to give you more clarity for each of the categories I'm talking about. Number 8, we're moving into the how category. How will your clients get the results? And this this is where you get clear on the features. What is absolutely essential for your clients to get the result that you promise? So in the Goddess Way to Six Figures Mastermind, well, it's a mastermind. So we have small group meetings 3 times a month. I do workshops around the 5 pillars and some other things. I'm not going to bore you with all the, the details, but this is where you want to say, we start at this date. If you have a specific start date, this is where we meet. You'll get the recordings if you can't be there live. Just the basics of the program, the essentials to get the result that you promise. Those are features. Then the next how, ingredient 9, is your client. The biggest objection is, how will I know this will work for me? So you've got to ask that yourself. How can I give my client a sense of certainty, security, safety, right? Because I'm asking her to invest in me, and I certainly want to make sure that this is the right person. So these are about handling objections, providing guarantees, all those things that are going to support the results that are in the essential aspects, the features, right? So for example, when you say you're going to get the recordings of the meetings if you can't be there live, the biggest question, one of the biggest objections is, oh, do I have time for this, right? So another thing that you might even, like with the mastermind, we meet for an hour, we're in and out for an hour, and that hour is spent very intentionally. What's your intention for this week? What are you struggling with? What do you need support on? I don't let it go on and on and on, because people, my people at a certain level don't have a lot of time. They're not there to spend a lot of time learning stuff. I have something else for them in a bonus where I do the trainings and courses and things. So the mastermind itself, the feature is that we meet 3 times a month, and then there are some other things. But the bonus is that, hey, you get to come into the Goddess Way Inner Circle and attend those trainings. You get access to all my courses. You get the recordings. You get all these other things that are going to support you as you go along the journey in the mastermind. What's another one? Oh, the biggest objection, of course, is money, right? So we're going to get to that because that's ingredient 10. But you want to show that your client is going to have the success. So you want to show, what is it costing her not to join? And sometimes you'll add in a bonus around money, or, making her money back faster. And I just want to say that a bonus, you don't want to have too many bonuses. There should be a reason for each bonus. And the bonus is not essential to get the result that you promise. A bonus might be a one-to-one call. Right now, the bonuses for the mastermind are, and they're not really bonuses, but but when I get to a certain point, I'm not going to be able to offer this. But what I did with my mastermind is I took some time to figure out what my clients really are asking me for and really need from me. And so I added in weekly copy and content reviews to make sure that they're presenting their offers clearly and with certainty, and with including all those things that we're talking about today, right? I added in quarterly VIP days because I had one client last year who was launching a group program. And I knew she needed a big chunk of time from me to really map out that program and her messaging and her sales page. So yeah, so I added that in. So, you tweak your offers as you go along, but you want to make sure that you're adding in things that people really need. A guarantee is another way to ensure safety. I don't always make guarantees. I know some people, if you're running a course, one of the mentors I work with says that if you offer a money back guarantee, you're going to increase your sales rate by 90%. That seems a lot. So if you're running a course, maybe have a guarantee. I don't know. It depends on the offer. You don't have to offer a money back guarantee. You can offer a guarantee that's based on some contingency, like doing the work. Or I'm in another program and he has a 1-year guarantee. If I'm not happy with this program, I have a year and I can get my money back. I'm not the kind of person who does that kind of thing, like ask for my money back. So I'm okay with that. But, he is so secure and certain about his offer that but he's got a lot of people in this program. I mean, when you get to the point where you have over 1,000 people in your program, I think you can make that guarantee, right? So it depends on where you are. Don't feel obligated to offer a guarantee, but that is something that is going to give your prospects a certain amount of, security coming into your program, your offer. And then the 10th ingredient is how much. While people are not going to invest at the higher level, people your prospects will either know they need it or they don't. That should be the deciding factor. If they know it's really for them, they'll find the money. So don't get too caught up in price. Like I said, I underprice my mastermind because a mastermind is, this is a real mastermind. It's not just a group program. And it tripped me up. So really get clear on the value of your offer. Always lead with the value. For example, the value of this mastermind is $8,000, and that's even low. But right now, that's the full price. So lead with that and then show the savings. Will you have a payment plan? You've probably seen, a lot of programs being promoted and everybody's mailing for them. And as you go along, right, getting close to cart close date, well, guess what? New payment plan announced. 12 payments of $97 or $197 or whatever. Are you willing to take that risk? Most of us aren't, right? So really get clear on the value of your program, put that out, and then whatever savings, whatever payment plan you're going to have, and you're going to list out the value of every element in your offer. Every the set of calls, the worksheets, templates, they have value. The way you figure out that value is how much time is it going to save by having this template or this workbook, right? The value of what you're teaching. What are other people charging? Because, there are the gurus at the top of the ladder. And, a lot of times they're no better than we are. They just have bigger communities and bigger teams. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. So what is the value of the content that you're delivering or the coaching packages? One-to-one has a high value on it, higher than group. But that doesn't mean that your group program should be priced low. So really, really get clear. Do a little bit of research on that. And yeah, make it a juicy offer. Make it a no-brainer for your clients to say yes, okay? In every way that you can. And sometimes it takes a while to get there. So I'm going to open up the lines. If you have any questions, you can post in the chat or raise your hand. Let me go to gallery view. Hey, Christine is here. Julie, Leah Beth, Sue, Pats. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. So if you want to raise your hand, just go down to the bottom where it says reactions, click there. Or I think you can unmute yourself if you just want to hop in with a question.
Well, good morning. This is Leah Beth.
Hey, Leah.
I don't actually have a question because I'm in Carol Ann's mastermind, but if anybody's on the fence, it is a great, great program. So I've learned a lot and I'm renewing. So, so anyway, thank you, Carol Ann.
Thank you for saying that, for the endorsement. Yeah. And that's the other thing. Where does that go? Under ingredient 2. Who am I to offer this program, right? Testimonials, social proof, case studies, that really shows others that, you know, you really are the one. What if I know that is high ticket? Yeah, okay, so Kat asks, what if I do not have a course yet that is high ticket? Should I still continue to launch a $97 course to start? Absolutely, absolutely. Now, when I launched the Sizzle system of personal branding, it was a $997 program. And I had a upsell, that's what it's called, an upsell, right? For $3,500, which if somebody wanted to get their branding done by me, we would spend, I think, 3 months together and I would do that. So, you know, a signature system generally is in the mid range of your funnel. I don't really like to use the word funnel, but it is the ascension model, right? You have to bring your clients in somewhere in a lot of cases. A lot of us don't start with high end. Some do, but $97 course is really a great way to start too, because you're positioning yourself as somebody who gets a result in a certain area. I don't know what your course is about. So you still have to dial in your messaging and all that sort of thing. Okay. But yes, if that's where you are, you start with your $97 offer. And what will happen there is that we're always evolving, right? We're always growing. We're leading like a goddess in our own way. And so as you go along, an 8-week course in helping female entrepreneurs become more productive. Okay, I love that. And I have to say that I did a session in the Goddess Way Inner Circle on productivity and procrastination, and the members loved it. I was really surprised, but I had one coaching client who was really dealing with the issue. So I thought, well, this is a great topic, but you know, because she'll appreciate it, but everybody appreciated it. Like their faces were lighting up because they resonated with that. Who knew? Yeah. So try it for $97. Get really clear on, you know, how will it save them time and how will, you know, okay. So what you have to show in that case, because think about what you're talking about, productivity. They're struggling with productivity. So they don't want a lot of other stuff to have to do to be more productive. Okay. So you've got to make that clear. That's going to be one of the objections. I can just smell it already. But good luck with that. Anyone else? You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
Carol Ann, can you just speak a moment on what makes your program the Goddess Way versus anybody else's program that just teaches business people?
Yes, because I really see my clients. And I know a lot of people talk about alignment, but I have this spidey sense where I don't do anything cookie cutter. One of the stories I like to tell is, and I think I said this in the group that we're in. I was working with a client and she was investing all this money in funnels. And I mean, her face was so pained. She wasn't articulating anything. I just knew that that was not right for her. So I take a holistic view. And this is why I offer a lot of one-to-one time with me, whether you claim it or not, right? But and it took me a while to figure this out. I offer copy and content reviews. So we have the group meetings, but we also have the one-to-one time, and that's really where the magic happens. Like I said, my gift is articulating the invisible. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer for some people, right? But we always get there. So I think that that's really what sets me apart, and what sets the mastermind apart is that I do a lot of the copy. I don't write it for you, but we spend a lot of time on your copy, on your offers, on even developing programs and things like that. So like I said, half days if we need to, get together for 3 hours and knock something out, but you really do have a lot of support from me. I'm trying to think of what else I've got going. Oh, yes. So I'm creating a new program. You may have seen this, but I kind of put it on pause. It's called Next Level Client Alignment. It's a 2-week program, and it is about dialing in your high level offer. And that is the bonus that I'm offering right now when you join the mastermind this week for $5,500 for 12 months. So, I mean, we could talk about it, privately if you want, Linda. But that is my offer right now for the first or next 3 people who join, because that is another high-end offer. Did that answer your question? Okay. So that's the other incentive. So, talking about bonuses and why now, that is an incentive. And there's scarcity there because I'm only doing it for the first 3 people on top of the savings. Anyone else? Anything else? No? You're all good? Okay. Well, thank you for being here. I hope to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're Pacific, that's noon. So, but I'll send out an email reminder an hour before, maybe another email tonight with the recording. But I just am thrilled to be doing this. This is what I love to do. And I hope to see you tomorrow too. Right? So that's a wrap. Goddesses, bye-bye.